Jim DeRogatis is the author of the book Soulless, The Case Against R. Kelly. He joins us live via Zoom this morning. Good morning, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Good morning, both of you.
So first day of the trial, I'm sure there was a lot of witnesses they could have chosen from to be the first one on the stand. Why did they choose Jeronda Johnson Pace?
I think the federal government was firing a shot at the state of Illinois for the travesty of Kelly's acquittal at trial in 2008. The fact that this young woman, while cutting high school class out in the Southwest burbs to attend the trial, showing a fake ID to get in when the sheriff's office was supposed to be not letting anyone under 21 in because the 26-minute, 39-second piece of child pornography was going to be shown in court. And he's acquitted, and dozens of more young women have their lives ruined by Kelly when he could have been stopped in 2008. It also underscores Jeronda's testimony, the corruption in Chicago, or the sloppiness, in the courts. She made complaints to the police in Olympia Fields that Kelly was having sexual contact with her when she was a minor. No action was taken. She'd made complaints to the state's attorney's office, and it wasn't until years later that they acted upon it. She had evidence presented in court, a T-shirt she kept that was stained with Kelly's body fluids. It was an extraordinary day of testimony. And, in many ways, the story that the Sun-Times first published on December 21, 2000, Abdon Palish and I, after 6 weeks of reporting, saying that Kelly used his position of fame and influence to meet girls as young as 15 and have sexual contact with them. Now, the opening, the very first words spoken in federal court by the federal prosecutors were, this case is about a predator, a man who for decades used his fame, his popularity, and the network of people at his disposal to target, groom, and exploit girls. So it was said in court for the first time.
Yeah. So, Jim, you're getting more calls from more, perhaps, victims, and maybe you can tell, are they telling the same story? And I'm wondering, will Kelly's alleged enablers face repercussions?
I've heard from several of the women who've been speaking out to me, doing the bravest thing any woman could do to try to get this behavior stopped by speaking out. And what they say, all of them, is they're glad that he's finally facing justice. It comes too little, too late. The federal case is extraordinary. There are 20 Jane Does named in the federal case. I've only ever spoken to 10 of them. I think that 20 years of reporting, I've only ever gotten to the tip of the iceberg. And I think the things that are going to come out in court over the next 4 to 6 weeks are going to just be mind-blowing. We heard the name Aaliyah spoken in court for the first time. Another shot at Chicago. He illegally married her and with falsified documents began sexual contact with her when she was 15 here in Chicago while they made an album he called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Chicago never pursued that. And now there's going to be a witness today, a man who came up with him from the streets of the South Side, served as his road manager, who's going to finally tell the Aaliyah story in court all these years later.
Well, Jim, I'm sure we'll be checking back in with you. Jim DeRogatis, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Jim.
You bet.